All right. Welcome back, my regular viewers, listeners, and watchers. And of course, if you happen to be here for the very first time, welcome. Before I go any further, my name is Rahul George, India's premier iHypnosis life healer coach and your personal guide. For those of you tuning in right now, I can tell you that I know I am definitely living in a very blessed time, a time of downloads. For those of you who are familiar with what we mean by downloads, it's literally one of the most creative phases that we can be in. And when I say phases, obviously initially these come like phases, which means just like an author or an artist. We have those times in the year where we are most creative, we are most connected, and ideas are just flowing. And so right now I'm at that point where I know that ideas are just flowing like water, like the river. And along with it, of course, there's the second part, which is something that I want to talk to you about today, especially if you're a healer, if you're a coach, and you've had those drought spells, you've had those stuck spells, and eventually, because you know you're meant to be doing this work, you break out of it, or it just breaks apart, and you emerge into your creative self, and then ideas flow, and you are creating things that maybe you hadn't even thought possible, or maybe things that you wished for earlier, but it just seemed so far out of reach. Whatever the case may be, here you are now, and you're experiencing the flow, you're experiencing the rapture. And so, as I was getting ready to record this pod, I was just thinking, like this is that opportunity for me to share with you some of my insights. And maybe for simplicity, let's call them three. The first one, of course, is that the moment you recognize that you are in that zone, in that space, just be present. Because the more I notice when I'm being present, I'm able to recognize and actually track the downloads that are coming. And one of the things that I do is that every morning, whether that be in the middle of like middle of the night, therefore early morning, or could be more like a 5, 6, 7 in the morning, whatever the time may be, I make it a point more often than not to make notes of what's coming to me. And when I write them down, whether it's in shorthand, whether it's with icons, or whatever the case may be, I make it a point to be present to it and make note of it. The second is, of course, when I've reached that point where I'm familiar with what the idea was, I make it a point to share it with people, but not just any people, but people who are more aligned to me. One group, of course, is my own community, because these are people like me, people who are already on their journey, and we are on a shared journey together. So when I share this download with them, obviously it not only inspires them, but it also reaffirms what I'm creating, because a lot of what I'm creating is for them and is with them. So the question to you, of course, is that is this something that you already follow, or maybe you're just keeping it away, either because you're not sure yet of what to say or how to say it, or maybe there is some fear of what if people shoot it down, which is why, like I said, the key is to share it with people who you already connect with. And the third, of course, is that once you have recognized and tracked your downloads and you've also shared it with people, the third and most important thing is to definitely be able to collaborate with others. That is, of course, something that I myself do and I've been doing now, and I will be especially over these next 2 weeks as we get ready for the iHypnosis Live Transformations Retreat. As the name suggests, this is that retreat where transformation is key. And in order for this to be something that will benefit more and more people, the more I'm associating and the more I'm collaborating with people, the more magic, the more miracles will happen in the lives of many. So I would just say this to you, that if you haven't already done this, do explore this, do test this out, and come back and tell me how it made a difference to you in your, especially in your creative phase. So as always, these pods are made in service of you, with the intent that you are able to experience a shift in your own journey, and you're able to be the creative soul that you know deep down inside you already are. And having said all of that, of course, as always, remember to live your purpose. God bless, and of course, I will be back with more. And one final note, if you do know of somebody who is a healer or a coach, or maybe even for that matter, a seeker, someone who is looking for that space, looking for that community to be part of, please do share this message with them. As always, truly appreciate you. God bless, and of course, see you in the next one.